Okay dudes, this is Matt V2099, and this is a follow-up operation to the regular old rubber band Glock video, where what I'm going to do is test and see if rubber bands can actually take the place of the recoil spring on the guide rod. And so I have this old guide rod here. This is the one that had the broken spring from the factory lube Glock video. Should check that out. There'll be a link in the card on the upper right hand corner. So what I did is I popped the little end cap off, took the spring out, and then put the guide rod back in here. So what we're going to do is, so basically put some rubber bands around this, chamber around and fire it and see if it'll go back into battery and work like a second time, like normal. So it'll be a really cool scientific experiment. Okay, so this is an empty firearm, and we're going to start out by wrapping it with rubber bands. So people were just freaking out on the rubber band Glock video, saying it's unsafe. Well, actually, quite a few people were like, dude, there's nothing unsafe about this video. And then quite a few people were like, that's like the craziest, stupidest thing in the world. You're going to end up killing yourself. So you can already tell it's going to be hard to get this thing into battery. Actually, the way to do it is to come from behind with these big dong bands. Yeah, hit it from the rear with the big dong bands. Put a few more on there. I said moron. Okay, all you Navy SEAL snipers out there are claiming to be like operational experts at all this shit. Go ahead and school me and tell me how crazy I am and how this thing's totally just gonna blow up and take off my left leg. That's in battery. That's pretty cool. The rubber bands are holding it in battery. Put a couple more on there. Okay, so we have about 11 rubber bands on this bad boy. Precisely 11 of them. Yep, I still think I can rack it. Clipazine. We'll put it in there, rack it, get it back into battery, readjust the rubber bands, shoot it, and see if it goes back into battery. That's the rubber band Glock recoil spring. So let's put our Clipazine in. Let's rack it. We're going to do a power stroke. Well, there's our first problem. Getting these rubber bands over the damn thing here. Okay, let's push it into battery. Now we're holding it with our thumb. We're going to readjust these rubber bands back so they're straight up and down. There, we're in battery. This should fire. Now the test is, a lot of people don't understand these tests. They're like, what's the point? Well, the point, number one, is it's comedy and entertainment. Number two is science. You actually learn something about these firearms when you do stuff like this. Most people want to stifle knowledge and learning. They want to keep you afraid of firearms, and they want to keep you thinking that you can die by shooting them. They will explode on you, all that shit. Let's shoot this thing. Okay, let's see what happened. Actually, there was too many rubber bands. It didn't fully eject the case. So what we're going to have to do, we'll drop our Clipazine. So there is no, so we lost the round. We're going to actually have to remove some of these rubber bands and try it again. There's just way too many. Okay, so that's in battery. That's enough to hold it into battery. That's all I'm really looking for. I need enough rubber bands that will hold the Glock in battery. So you put it in battery, then adjust rubber bands right, bam, it holds it right there. A lot of dumbasses in the comments also think bullets are like miniature grenades, like they'll explode and take you out. There's an organization called SAAMI, S-A-A-M-I. They do rigorous torture tests on ammo, proving time and time again that ammo's really stable and safe. It's not an explosive. So you can torture the heck out of ammo and it won't shoot, it won't explode. If it goes off, it's like a mini weak-ass firecracker. There's too much weight. The gases just escape sideways. There's no chamber or barrel to pressurize and shoot the bullet. So I get a million of those dudes a day. They just think that like if you touch ammo wrong, you're gonna like, it's gonna blow up on you. Now maybe a 50 cal, 50 BMG, yeah. But like 9s and 22s and stuff that I mess with, they are very stable and safe. So let's power stroke it. Okay, so now I need to hold it in battery and adjust, get our guide rod back in there. I think I'm going to put a couple more rubber bandazines on here. There we go. There we go, we're in battery. This will fire. But the question is, will it cycle and chamber the next round? I don't think it will, to be honest. Because the amount of rubber bands you need to keep it in battery is probably just too many. Wow. Okay, so let's drop our magazine clip. Check that out. That is a fresh round. Just ejected it. It did chamber the next round, almost. But still, there's just too many rubber bands. I'm gonna have to remove a few. Okay, let's try one more time. That's about as few as you can keep on there while still having the gun be operable. Okay, so now I need to readjust my rubber bands. There we go. Let's give it one more go. And that's not enough rubber bands to actually return it. And also the guide rod kind of gets all discombobulated. Yeah, there's my safety shield. So that was a test to see if I could replace the recoil spring with rubber bands. And no, you cannot. Although you can keep the firearm chambered and shoot successfully and safely, it will not chamber the next round fully. So that was another MATV 2099 science experiment. I'm happy to have you watching. Thanks and have a great day.
You made it this far. I would love to hear what you have to say in the form of a comment. Let me know what you thought of the video and tell me what other types of videos you would like to see. And if you want to drop a like or a dislike, that's also huge and I would appreciate it. Thank you, and that be out.